So now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the effective way to grow your edges, as well as the do's and don'ts of growing and maintaining a healthy edges. So if you're interested, stick around and let's get right into this video. Welcome back. This is Baby Hair Fresh channel. If you're a new subscriber, you all are highly welcome. It's a privilege to have you all here once again. Returning subscribers, thank you all for sticking around. I really love you all. Thank you for always tuning in to Baby Hair Fresh channel. You all are highly welcome. Like I previously said, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you all the effective way to grow your edges. And if you have once lost your edges before, in this video I'm going to be sharing you the tips and the do's and don'ts of growing a healthy edges back. If you've been struggling with growing your edges back, you've tried so many products, you've tried series of methods and it isn't working for you, so just sit back, pay attention, get your pen, and let's get right into this video. Looking at the perspective of growing a healthy edges as well growing a healthy hair, I'm just going to be sharing with you all the do's, the don'ts, and things that are likely able to make you lose your edges. So number one point is postpartum hair loss. Yeah, a lot of women face postpartum hair loss after giving birth to a child. You discover your hair are losing, you're just losing it all, your hair are shedding, they are breaking, the hair isn't thriving as it used to be. So this is just called postpartum shedding. And postpartum shedding occurs when a woman put to bed, she started losing her hair. And I must tell you the fact, there is no remedy to postpartum shedding hair loss. There is no remedy of regaining a hair that is undergoing postpartum. There is no remedy. Now you might meet a lot of hair vendors that will tell you, come and use this product, this product is going to work for you, this will bring back your edges back. As long as you're passing through postpartum shedding, you just have to give your hair that break. You just have to leave it for the meantime. Probably when the child must have clocked a year, by then your hair will start reviving. So the next point, another thing that might cause your edges is avoiding hairstyles. There are some hairstyles that are very detrimental to your hair scalp. Now there are some hairstyles you need to avoid. You want to grow a healthy hair, you want to grow your edges. Styles like braiding, Ghana weaving, knotless braid, and all that. All those styles put so much tension on your hair, your scalp especially, and they tend to deprive you from having this healthy hair growth. So most of these hairstyles like braiding, knotless braid, twists with extensions and all that, so they put so much tension on your scalp, they pull off the roots of your hair, and this might not even make you grow a healthy hair. A lot of us call protective style, and all that. There are some protective style that are not really protective style. There are some style that are not protective style. In fact, they are called Hairstyles, and those Hairstyles, please, you need to really stay off from it. If you really want to grow a healthy hair, if you know you're really serious about this hair game, there are some certain style you should run away from. You should not even get yourself entangled with. Now the next thing you need to understand when growing a healthy edges is you need to avoid amateur stylists. There are some stylists that can't just handle your virgin hair, your natural hair. Please, you need to avoid them. You need to be more meticulous. You need to be more sensitive of the kind of people you hand over your hair to. There are some stylists that are not professional when it comes to dealing with natural hair. Please stay away from stylists. Some stylists don't really know the basic and the real prerequisite of managing a very natural hair that will still thrive. So when you just hand over your natural hair to some stylists who have no idea of what it takes to grow a virgin or a natural hair, they just tend to manipulate the hair, and thereby you start losing your edges. So another thing you need to consider also as well is using the wrong tools. There are some tools, there are some hair accessories you don't need to use at all. Some accessories that doesn't fit into your hair, you need to avoid it. So you need to be mindful of the kind of tools you bring into your hair. That's, I mean, hair accessories. Natural hair needs a detangler. So when you're using your tools, make sure you get a detangling brush, you get a wide tooth comb and all that. So all those things can also help in making your hair thrive. Now another thing that might cause you your edges is not deep conditioning your hair. A lot of naturalists experience breaking, shedding, hair loss, their edges are not just growing fine and all that. Now you need to ask yourself, when last did you deep condition your hair? When last did you protein treat your hair? So these are the things, these are basic things you need to know. Another thing that might make you lose your edges is when you don't massage your scalp. Now when you want to grow a healthy edges, you want to have a fuller edges, you need to make sure you, in fact, you need to incorporate it into your hair regimen. You need to always massage your scalp. Like as you can see my hands, like always massage your scalp. It's very important. You don't just place oil on your scalp or you place a hair product on your scalp and you're feeling like, okay, yeah, you just place it and that's all. You need to take some time, like some seconds, to massage your scalp Thereby, when you're massaging your scalp, it tends to increase the blood circulation flowing through your scalp, and this tends to trigger growth. The next thing that might cause to your edges is not sleeping with a satin bonnet or a satin scalp. I say this countless times. As a naturalist who is very serious or very conscious of growing a very healthy hair, please, satin bonnet should not be lacking in your home, or a satin scarf. You need to have any one of them, satin scarf or a satin bonnet. Please, when sleeping, always have your satin bonnet on your hair. Reason is because our natural hair tends to dry out easily, and when you sleep without a satin bonnet on your bed, it tends to cause friction between your pillowcase and your hair, thereby causing knots, tangles, frizziness, and breakage and all that. So please, it's advisable you have a satin bonnet at home, a satin scarf. When going to the bed or when you're at home, you place your satin bonnet on your hair. So this helps protect your hair and your edges very well, and this also helps trap in moisture into your scalp. So these are the things you need to avoid doing if you know you really want to grow a very healthy edges, you really want to grow a edges very well. You need to avoid doing this thing. So now let's just dive into the dose, things you need to do to grow your edges back. As naturalists out there who is struggling with growing your edges, or you have edges but you want to grow it more fuller and more thick, there are certain things you need to know, and there are certain things you can incorporate into your hair regimen that will make your front hair thrive so well. So now I'm going to be sharing with you all the tips of growing a very healthy edges. One of the tips of growing a healthy edges or growing your edges back is moisture and seal. When I mean moisture and seal, your hair needs to be well moisturized. Now let me break it down. Moisture doesn't really mean you're placing oil on your hair or you're placing a butter on your hair and all that. Now there's something they call the LOC method. Now the LOC method works for people who have a very high porosity, and the LCO method works for people who have a low porosity hair. When I mean moisture and seal, I mean your hair needs to be well hydrated. Always spray your hair with water. Make sure you spray your scalp with water, then you follow it up with an oil. Any hair growth oil, you can use a castor oil, you can use a lavender. There are a series of essential oils that are very beneficial to the hair. You use an hair growth oil, you apply it on your edges and you massage. Then you not seal it with a butter, any butter of your choice. So after moisturizing and sealing in your edges, the next thing you need to do is to massage your edges. So this is very important. I think I've said this earlier on. Please don't take this for granted. Make sure you massage your edges. It's very important. Take some seconds to massage your edges. So this tends to help blood circulate through your edges, and this help triggers growth also there as well. So another thing you can use to grow your edges, this is very important. Another thing you can use to grow your edges is, you see onions. Now don't just underrate these onions. Onions really help in growing the edges very well. Onions, ginger. Now I'm just going to give you those tips of using onions to grow your edges. I think I've once done a video of how onions can be very beneficial to the hair. Now when it comes to growing your edges back, you're having issues, maybe you're having alopecia and all that, please, you can also incorporate onions into this regimen. What you just need to do is you just need to get a bulb of onion, you slice it into some pieces, you grate it, you get olive oil, castor oil, you pour in the blended ginger and the blended onion right into the oil, and you allow it to fry in a very low heat. So after it must have gotten dark a little bit, you sieve it out, and that's all you can use to ignite your edges back. So growing a healthy edge, you can also incorporate onion DIY into your hair care routine. You can incorporate ginger as well. So this also helps in growing hair. Another tips that help in growing a very healthy edges is rice water. Please don't just be little rice water. Rice water really helps grow the edges very fast. I've once done a video of rice water. Check out my previous videos on how to grow healthy hair with rice water. This is the normal rice we consume in our home, in our house. So it's something you can get in your kitchen. Yeah, you don't need to go break your bank. So what you need to do is you just take some little handful of rice, pour in a bowl, you rinse it very well to remove all impurities and all bacteria and all that. So after you've rinsed it very well, you pour it into a tight sealed jar, you cover it, leave it for 24 hours. Once the water must have fermented for 24 hours, you bring it out, you use that water to spray on your edges. When I mean spraying on your edges, don't really mean you just wet your edges all over with the rice water. No, you just spray a little on your edges. Another thing we naturalists are ignorant of is our body. Now you need to check your body, you need to understand your body. As we all know, we are a product of what we eat. Like I just said earlier on, so people really pay much attention on their skin, neglecting their hair. Your hair is part of your body, of course, you need to care for it. Whereby you see people who have very long hair, they have a healthy hair, you're like, wow, I love your hair, wow, your gene. It's not all about gene, in as much as I know that gene or traits also play some major roles in the healthiness of people hair and all that. You also, if you want to grow a healthy hair, growing hair is a skill. If you want to grow a healthy hair, you can also be very, you can also put in more effort, of course. So when I mean checking your vitamins deficiency, it's very important. Now at times we lack some certain vitamins in our body. If you really want to grow a healthy hair and edges, you must not lack vitamin A, you must not lack vitamin B, you must not lack vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D. You must check all these things, and please eat food that has iron, and most especially zinc, please. So when you check your body, at times you can even go do some tests. You might be maybe for instance, if you're having a very serious issue, your hair is really pulling out from its roots, you're having shedding, alopecia and all that, you might go for a checkup. You can just do a blood test and all that. So this really help you. And please try to take supplement. There's a lot of supplement out there that can boost your immune system and can help you grow a very healthy hair, as well as what you eat. Please, you need to also stay hydrated, drink lots of water. Yeah, lots of water is very important, and take a lot of food. Like I do say before, avoid carbonated food, avoid junks and all that. So all those things would help you grow a healthy hair, especially your edges. Before we end this video, I think this video is kind of taking so much time. I forgot to mention this point. Please, when using the satin bonnet or you're using a scalp, make sure you don't place your satin bonnet on your edges. Your satin bonnet or your satin scalp should come here. Yeah, very important. You don't place any scarf on your edges. All right guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. So these are the mains, these are the methods, these are the tips you can incorporate into your hair regimen of growing a healthy and a fuller hair, as well growing your lost edges back. And please, if you guys are new here, you can check out my previous videos. I love creating content on natural hair, skin, lifestyle vlogs and all that. So guys, you can check out my previous video. I'm sure you learn a lot from my previous videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following me up till this very point in time. BB Hairy Froze really appreciates you all. Please, returning subscribers, I love you all. Thank you for always taking by to watch me, to watch my videos and all that. I'm so grateful. And to my new subscribers, welcome to the family. Please don't leave without subscribing to our channel, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post content like this. You can also share, like, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Let's make this an interactive one. I really love you all. See you in my next video. Bye.